G'day. Alright, so this is my drag and drop tutorial part 2. In this, I'm going to show people how to make the game window thing follow the player, or the room follow the player. And I'm also going to tell you how to make a health bar with drag and drop. Alright, so for the following the player, make sure advanced mode is ticked. Alright, now open up room. Even if you don't use the stuff that you use in advanced mode, you probably want to use, you may as well just have it ticked for if there is something that you aren't aware of and then you see it, oh, I can use that. So click the views tab, then click enable the use of views, visible when room starts. Now, view in room, you put in the amount of the room that you want to follow the player, how much you want the room to show instead of showing the whole room. Since this room is extra big, I'm gonna have to extra small, I'm gonna have to make it bigger. So give me a second. Okay, now I'm done with that. I've made the room. Now I want it to show about a quarter of the screen, so I'm going to do 320 by 240. And this box that you see the outlining of will follow the player. Well, not yet, but we want that to follow the player, I should say. And the port on screen, you can actually make it 320 by 240 and it shrinks the window. 640 by 480, and that'll make it it'll look this big, but it'll only show the box here, so it'll kind of stretch it if that's what you prefer. But I'm probably just gonna keep it the same. It seems to look a bit nicer, but the window that you see it in is smaller. Now, object following. Click OBJ player. Now, for H-bar and V-bar, this is how much you want the player to go before the screen starts moving. So, if you're using GameMaker 7, you may as well go 999999, but if you're using GameMaker 6 or 6.1 or pre then, might want to set it to 128 because it won't read 999, and then the camera will move in a certain corner and it won't follow the player. So if that's your problem / case. Anyways, that's following the player. I cleared that up a bit more for my other tutorials to make it make more sense. Now for the health bar. Okay, so we make a new object and we call it OBJ health bar. Okay, now this is how do I explain it? Okay, create score. Okay, the score tab if you're a drag and drop user. There's set player's health, there's the if player's health, and then there's the draw player's health. So drag this, and this sets the player's health, so set to 100. And if you have the advanced mode ticked on, like I recommended, tick persistent, and that way you won't have to create the health bar in any more rooms other than the first one. You just have to put it in here, and then you won't have to do it for any other rooms. That's what you prefer. And they'll keep the same health every time. Now add event, draw. Now you drag the draw health bar. Now it's kind of okay. Alright, I got it. Alright, so set it to X view. I think that's it. Just give me a second. Okay, I made a slight error, so it's view X view, and then you add plus in wherever you want it to go, and view Y view. Now for this, view X2, this is where the health bar will stop continuing, so I might make it 120. And this is where the Y2 is where the health bar will stop going down for how wide you want it, so I might make it 16. The back color, if you want a background color for when you lose the health, or if you just want more screen to be visible, I'll set it to black. Bar color, you can set it to green to red, white to black, black, gray, silver, white, maroon, green, olive, navy, purple, teal, red, lime, yellow, blue, Russia, aqua. That would be it, but if you want the room to restart when the player loses all their health, just make a step event in health bar, click here, drag. Now if health is smaller than 1, now you have to click control, you need to get this arrow tab, and then room restart is here, and you drag that, and you can set a transition, and then you drag the bottom one, and that will make it restart if your health is smaller than 1, but also grab the score, put the health in, and set it to 100. That way they start with all their health again. And that should be it. If you want the player to lose health, you're gonna have to make enemies. Like, just to make the enemies do stuff, just grab the score tab, drag it to like the collision, make relative, and then -1 and stuff. Just make sure it's relative for when you're adding and subtracting them. And that's pretty much it. I'm just probably gonna make. Now this you don't need to make. So this is just for me. Oh, wrong one. What's happened? Score, health, right. 2. That'll make it. Add on by 2. Duplicate. Left. So don't do this unless you want it to be exactly like mine, but it's not for gaming purposes, it's just for testing. I actually made a mistake. Health should be above restart the room. That's it. And remember to add it to the room. Okay, so this is what the end game result should look. You should have a health bar, and my next tutorial will probably be enemies, and so you can decrease this health bar, and that's pretty much it.